Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to dive into something that could completely change the way you approach your day-to-day life. If you're feeling constantly overwhelmed, distracted, or addicted to your phone, or maybe just can't seem to stay focused, then this video is for you. We're talking about dopamine detox, what it is, why you need it, and how it can help you take back control of your life. So grab a cup of coffee, sit back, and let's dive in. Trust me, this is going to be a game changer. We live in a world full of constant stimulation. Every beep, every notification, every scroll, it's all designed to grab our attention and hold it. And that's where the problem lies. You see, when we're constantly bombarded with instant gratification, like checking social media, binge watching Netflix, or even eating junk food, we're triggering the release of a chemical in our brain called dopamine. Dopamine is the brain's feel-good chemical. It's what makes you feel pleasure and reward. But here's the kicker. When you're constantly seeking out dopamine hits, your brain starts to rely on those quick bursts of pleasure to feel good. Over time, your brain gets addicted to this cycle of instant gratification, and that's where dopamine detox comes in. A dopamine detox is exactly what it sounds like, a period where you consciously limit the things that cause a spike in your dopamine levels. And when I say limit, I don't mean just stopping yourself from doing them entirely, although that can be part of it. It's more about hitting the reset button on your brain and breaking the cycle of dependency on constant pleasure. You're not trying to eliminate dopamine entirely, because that's impossible and unhealthy, but rather, you're taking a break from the things that overstimulate you, giving your brain a chance to recalibrate. So how do you do it? Well, it's all about cutting out, or at least minimizing, the activities that give you that quick pleasure. Think of it like taking a step back from your usual habits, like mindlessly scrolling through Instagram, eating sugary snacks, or watching hours of TV. Instead, you'll focus on more mindful, productive, and fulfilling activities that can give you deeper satisfaction in the long run. Okay, I know what you might be thinking. Why should I care? I like scrolling on my phone and watching shows. Well, here's the thing. When you get used to a high level of dopamine stimulation, you start to lose the ability to find joy in simple, everyday things. It's like your brain gets desensitized to pleasure and suddenly nothing feels as rewarding anymore. This can lead to feelings of boredom, anxiety, or even depression. On top of that, the constant need for external stimulation can really mess with your focus and productivity. How many times have you sat down to work on something, only to get distracted by your phone, a random YouTube video, or an Instagram notification? It's like your brain is craving the next hit of dopamine, which makes it hard to get anything done. This is where the dopamine detox comes in. By giving yourself a break from these distractions, you can recalibrate your brain, improve your focus, and start experiencing pleasure and satisfaction from more meaningful activities. Now that you know what a dopamine detox is, let's talk about why you should try it. A dopamine detox isn't just about quitting your phone or avoiding social media for a few hours. It's about resetting your brain and rewiring it to appreciate life more deeply. Here are a few key benefits. Improved focus. When you cut out distractions, your brain can focus on the things that really matter. Whether it's work, learning a new skill, or spending quality time with loved ones, you'll find it easier to stay engaged and productive. Increased motivation. By resetting your brain's pleasure center, you'll find yourself more motivated to engage in activities that require effort and patience. The more you train your brain to enjoy the process rather than just the quick rewards, the more you'll get out of your day. Reduced stress and anxiety. Constant stimulation can create a feeling of mental overload. A dopamine detox helps calm your mind, giving you space to breathe and think more clearly. You'll notice a sense of relief from the chaos of constant notifications and instant gratification. Better sleep. If you've ever found yourself staring at your phone late at night, only to realize hours have passed, then you know how disruptive that can be to your sleep. A dopamine detox can help you break those late-night habits and get a better, more restful night's sleep. More meaningful connections. When you're not glued to your phone or distracted by other pleasures, you can engage more fully with the people around you. Whether it's a deep conversation with a friend or simply being present with your family, you'll notice how much more rewarding real-life interactions can be. All right, so now that you're sold on the idea of a dopamine detox, how do you actually do it? It's not as complicated as it sounds. Here's a simple step-by-step guide to get you started. 1. Start small. If the idea of cutting out all distractions for a day seems overwhelming, don't stress. You can start with just a few hours or even a weekend. The key is to ease into it. 2. Identify your triggers. Make a list of the activities that give you that dopamine hit. Is it scrolling through TikTok, checking your email constantly, or playing video games? Once you know what your triggers are, you can begin to cut them out. 3. Replace distractions with positive habits. Instead of mindlessly scrolling or eating junk food, replace these habits with more intentional and rewarding activities. You could meditate, read a book, go for a walk, or work on a creative project. 4. Set clear boundaries. If you're doing a full-on detox, make sure you set clear boundaries. For example, no social media for 24 hours, no checking email before 10 a.m., etc. Creating these rules helps your brain know what to expect and stay committed. 5. Gradually increase the time. If you find that the initial detox was helpful, try extending it. Gradually increase the time you spend away from distractions to get the full benefits. A dopamine detox isn't about punishing yourself or depriving yourself of pleasure. It's about taking a step back, resetting your brain, and giving yourself the mental space to experience true, lasting fulfillment. When you break free from the cycle of instant gratification, you'll discover how much more rewarding life can be. So I challenge you, try a dopamine detox for just a day or even a few hours. See how it changes the way you approach your daily life. Focus on the things that truly matter and give your brain the time it needs to reset. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. And as always, thank you for watching. I believe in you, and I know you've got this. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.